Hi, hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi, hello. Hi. Hi, hello. Hi, hello.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
My name is Michelle and welcome to my channel. If you like what you see, please join the journey down below. We are back today with another video, another Michelle Tries It. In this video, I just really hope you guys are really into like big fat fucking fails, because I failed at this attempt. This Michelle Tries It was not a successful Michelle Tries It. So in this video today, we are going to be doing some natural dyeing. I bought some handkerchiefs or bandanas off of Amazon. They're just like a 22 by 22 inch square, all 100% cotton piece of fabric. I realized whenever I was hiking this past trip, how much I love to use bandanas as like an accessory and as a form of like to hold my hair out of my face or wear around my neck. And I just was like, well, why am I not making my own? Because that's always my first thought. And so now I'm on the hunt to make my own. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna try natural dyeing first because I think it would be cool in a unique way to design these. So I was like, different and unique, this is cool, let me give it a try. I'm gonna have to continue to try because this wasn't good. So you're probably asking at this point what the heck natural dyeing is. It is a very long but very simple process. It's like taking something natural like food or a plant and then making a dye out of it and using its natural colors to make a dye. There's also another technique I'm going to be trying in this video, which is like taking flowers and rolling them in fabric and then steaming them up. I got this idea from an Instagram account called wild_fire_water. I'll post it. She was 100% my inspiration for this, to learn what natural dyeing is in general. If you don't know who she is or that Instagram account, she is, I do believe, a textile artist. I think she came up with this whole idea with the rolling of the flowers and having them pressed into fabric. A lot of people use a pounding. Well, they'll take a hammer and pound the flower into the fabric, and where you get like a perfect, like, it's actually, that's really cool too. Whenever I saw this technique, I was like, I have to try this. It seemed really pretty and really simple and something like my little pea brain could do, but I mean, obviously. Switch to the end of this video, you'll find out if I can or can't. All right, so what I'll need in this video, is you'll need pots from Goodwill or ones you don't mind getting ruined. You don't want any of your pots that you eat out of to cross-contaminate with your dyes, because sometimes you use things that are not meant for consumption. So like the flowers, a lot of those you don't want to be eating, so you don't want to cross-contaminate. So I went to Goodwill and got me some that were only like 50 cents a piece. So do that. You want to get the fabric that you'll be dyeing. Like I said, I got mine off of Amazon. The girl that she does like silk and pants, I mean linens, like all sorts of stuff. So I don't think that there's anything is too off limits for this. And if there is, I couldn't tell you. Look it up. I'm sorry, I don't know. You're gonna want like use vinegar or salt, a measuring cup, and then whatever you'll be using to dye. I'm sure I'm missing some things, but that's for the most part what you want. I'm gonna be using carrots and red cabbage for this video. I'm obviously recording this not in time, so just bear with me. But yeah, so I'll be using carrots and red cabbage for the color of the dyes in this video. DIYnatural.com has an entire play-by-play on their website on how to natural dye. They really tell you everything from what plants to use for what colors. They give you a walkthrough of like each individual step. So that is what I use. That's what I referenced was that website. So if you have any questions on what I looked up, that's what I used. I didn't look up anything else. I should have. To start off, you're gonna wanna prep your fabric. You're gonna need to do this for both techniques. So do this for both of these techniques. You're gonna wanna wash your fabric to make sure your fabric is clean and then keep it wet. From there, I just washed mine in a gentle cycle. It washes really fast. So it doesn't need to be like through a whole crazy cycle because obviously it's just a unless you got it from like Goodwill. So yeah, wash your fabric. Once it's clean, you're gonna start to make something that's called a fixative or a mordant, M-O-R-D-A-N-T, a mordant. From my understanding, with tie-dyeing, which is something that I've done a lot of, I use something called a soda ash, which is like something that you're supposed to soak the fabric in, and then that makes the color like stay in the fabric better and makes the colors more vibrant. So from my understanding, that's what the mordant or a fixant is. It's the same thing where you want to do it so that the color stays better. I just don't know if I was, yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what a mordant is. Okay, so for this mordant, I use 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water, which is basically it's like 1 cup of vinegar to 4 cups of water. You just stir it all together. You want to soak your fabric in that for about an hour is what I did. I think I did a little over an hour, but an hour pretty much. While that sat, I then turned my attention to making the actual dyes. Now, I like for sure had no idea what I was doing, and it showed in this footage. I had chose to do carrots in hopes of getting a nice orange color, and then I chose red cabbage in hopes of getting a pretty blue color. It really seemed like easy with all the information that I was given to through the DIYnatural.com. So yeah, I initially chopped the carrots. I realized really quick after that they needed to be shredded, so that was a kind of a pain in the butt. So this whole thing started off really good from the jump. From the jump, I was already fucking up. With the red cabbage, I just chopped that bitch up, threw it into a pot. That one was easy. That one I didn't have a brain fart with that. You just top them both off with water. It says you want like 2 times as much water as you do plant material. I don't really know what that means. So I just kind of threw some water in the pot and said a prayer. At that point, you want to bring them to a boil. You want to bring your water to a boil with the plant material in it. Once it boils, then you want to let it simmer for about an hour. As soon after I started the boiling process, I realized that there was like way too much water inside the carrots. Let's see what we got over here. I haven't looked at this one yet. Oh, still got a lot to go for that one. I might have put too much water in here. So I started to take out some water. I took out 2 cups, or no, I took out 1 cup to begin with. Right? Or did I take out 2 cups? I don't know, I took out a lot of water. I think I took out 2 cups to begin with, which meant I had like 4 or 5 cups in it, which was way too much because I only had like 4 carrots. The red cabbage, on the other hand, that shit was booming. That looked beautiful. It was making a gorgeous, like, it was just really giving me life. So the red cabbage was doing what it's supposed to do. The carrots were giving me nothing. Were giving me sadness. 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes in, and look at this already. Look how cool. When you move it, you can see the blue. So we're gonna let this steep in here for a while so we can get some really rich colors. So those, yeah, like I said, those had to simmer for an hour. It's a very simple, like I said, but long process. I mean, that's about half an hour. Look at that. Hell yeah, that should be looking good. Now, don't look over here though. Not having the same outcome over here. I did take 2 cups of water out, like 2 1/3 cup of water out, but doesn't seem to be helping. Might need to take more out. Definitely still clear. So, but here, yeah, look how pretty. That is Gorgina. In the meantime, the fabric had finished prepping in the mordant fixant shit. So I took that out. You want to wring out the excess water or the excess liquid, and you just want to make sure that it's not dripping. So just like a damp piece of fabric at that point. You don't want anything too wet. So after it simmered for an hour, you want to remove the plant material. So I took out the red cabbage. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way where I like strain it in a bowl with this because I'm afraid to dump it and I'm gonna like spill it everywhere. So we're gonna try it this way. I don't know why do I keep making that face? It's my go-to. It does smell like cabbage though, I will say that, which is really funny. The carrot juice was giving no orange, not one orange. It just made carrot water, carrot flavored water. It made no orange. It had like the slightest tint of orange to it, but there was no orange in it actually at all. So the carrots were a big fat fail, and I threw those away because I don't like carrots to eat them. So that was really disappointing. The carrot situation was bad, but the red cabbage made the most beautiful, deepest purple color. So now what's happening is I took out like another cup of water out of here because we have gotten like literally no color so far. So hopefully now, I'm gonna let this go for another hour. The hour just ended, so I just reset it and let it go for another hour and see what happens. But this homie hopper right here, that is a beautiful color, you know? So we're gonna strain her out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do after that, but yeah, I know we're supposed to strain this, so I'm gonna start with that. So I was okay with the fact that I had one out of the two. I'm happy I chose to do 2 different colors, that it wasn't just orange, or this video would have been really boring. At this point, my house was smelling awfully bad. It was a mixture of like the boiled or steamed carrots, boiled cabbage, and the vinegar from the Fix-It. It was just a smell in this house. It was not a good Tuesday, I'll say that. It was offensive. It was offensive. I had prepped 5 pieces of fabric. I thought I did 6, but it was turned out to be 5. So I did 2, I decided to do 2 in the cabbage mix and then 3 flour presses, flour rolling technique. I don't know what it's called. So with the cabbage pieces, I decided I was gonna do like 2 tie-dye techniques. I don't know what they're called. Wrapping techniques where you like, you'll see here, look here. There's where I took like the rubber bands and made the little things and then did the twisties with it. I did 2 different techniques for those, and then I was hoping that they would look cool, like they would start like make a cool design in the fabric. I carefully placed those into the cabbage dye bath, which was still pretty warm, and I brought that to a boil and then I let that simmer for an hour. After that, I turned my attention to the flowers. Here's some footage of me going over all the foliage. I'm gonna show you what I have here. I went into my yard. I have a shit ton of ferns, so I went and got some ferns out of my yard. I have some hydrangeas. These ones are like about dead, but that's okay. I have more that are more blue, but I don't want to use them. So I have this maple, Japanese maple tree, so I thought maybe I could do something with that. These pink flowers, I picked these from like a field next door. This one is like this gladiola, and I've just been saving its petals as it dies. So I have those. I have a bunch of dried flowers. Dried flowers. I just got these off of Amazon, honestly. But I don't know, I might not use them, I might use them. But I have them. I've had them for resin, so I have all of these, but I don't think these are gonna do anything. I have this flower right here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get creative and throw some flowers on this. I set up this, just put a trash bag over it. I didn't even cut it or anything, it's just a trash bag. I will be able to reuse it if I need to. Just lay this out flat. I'm just gonna put a design out here and then we'll do the next step. So come along. So this is kind of just like a process of throwing flowers in a pattern onto fabric and then rolling the fabric, steaming the fabric, and then like saying a prayer to hope that it like comes through. Yeah, I know there's like more of like technique and whatnot to it, but that's pretty much like my understanding of what it is, like the simplest way I can think of it. I did all 3 of mine. I did ones with ferns, I did ones that were just flowers, and then I did another one. I put Japanese maple leaves in one, and then I did another one. I was just experimenting to see what flowers were going. So I had, like I said, dry flowers and fresh flowers, but I didn't have a lot of fresh flowers, like at all. And then I had a bag full of petals, which I don't think I ever said, but the petals had sat in this bag that I was just from like a a flower that I got, a geranium that I got from my mom's yard, and it was just like slowly dying. So I was just saving the petals for this, but then the petals all molded. So I didn't use those obviously. So it's just, I guess I just didn't have good flower stuff. Like I read that like ferns would look really great and they look really cool, but like I didn't have that experience at all. Like at all. I might have to do like the hammering. I think that might be something that I want to try. Anyways, that was just a tangent that I just went off on. I had made all 3 of my rolled pieces and they were ready to go to the next step, which was the steaming process. So we have all 3 of our pre-made, our little flower balls. They're already starting to like do their thing, but we're gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna take these and put them in here like that. And then we're supposed to put a little bit of water at the bottom. I'm gonna take this and put it down here. So it's about 2 cups of water. You don't want it to touch. Okay, so now we're going to steam this for 40 minutes. So let's do that. Now moving on to the cabbage, I let that sit for an hour on the simmer, and then from there I just let it cool down in there. It sat inside of the pot for probably close to 2.5, if not 3 hours completely. Just because I was doing all sorts of other stuff, and then it said on the website that it was okay, and if you wanted it to, it could have sat there all overnight, but the smell of cabbage was big time in my house. And then this one, that's what it's looking like. And I think I'm gonna let these rest until they're fully cooled. So once after that everything had cooled, it was time for me to reveal my makings. I did the flour rolls first. And now at this point, like everything had cooled down. It had been hours. Like I just let everything sit and just sit. But then I got to a point where I was getting really impatient and I couldn't wait anymore and I needed to look and see what they look like. So I started with the flour rollers because those were the ones I was the most excited for. Initially I was just like extremely underwhelmed by my work. Nothing was bright, nothing was fun, everything was kind of like, huh, okay, well that didn't do anything. Half of the flowers and the stuff I put on it no color was transferred. Some of them turned out better than others, but like honestly they all suck. They kind of just look dirty. Like I got them dirty. So from that underwhelming moment, I moved on to the cabbage. The tie-dye wrapping did nothing. Like there was no cool design. They were just purple. There was nothing to write home about. But I was still just excited that they had held color. So I was excited at that point and I was still optimistic. I was like, regardless, like I didn't know if that was gonna work or not. So I was just happy to see that something had worked. The color was really pretty. And I hope that, I don't know if you can see it in the footage or not, but I hope that you can see that turned both pieces of fabrics 2 different colors. So one color was more of like a purple, both really light in color, but one was a purple and one was more blue. I showed him a few times in it, but I think it was the way that they were rolled, that one just absorbed fabric different than the other. So the instructions said to like rinse them and then wash them in cold and then dry normally, and then you should have like a naturally dyed piece of fabric. So that's what I did. I put them in the wash before I went to bed, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning, and I was on the phone with my mom, so I don't have it recorded, but I was on the phone with my mom, and I pulled them out of the washer, and I laughed, because this is what I got. You guys, they're literally the color that they started. The color I got them from Amazon. No color stuck, nothing stuck, nothing. There is not one bit of purple or blue in this entire thing. The only thing is that you can like maybe see like where, I think it was this one, where like I did, no, I don't even think you can see them. They're just white. So this was hilarious to me. I was like, I can't believe I took all day to make a die and do the whole thing and nothing came of it. So, here's my finished product. So then I washed my flower one. So to start off, whenever I pulled them and I hung them in my basement to dry, they actually looked really cool. Some of them looked different and very pink, and some were yellow. So I let those dry in the basement overnight, and then I washed them the next day. And that's how these turned out. So here's one. Ooh. Ooh, how pretty. Now there is just some stainage, as you can see. I mean, can you see the Hellow? It just looks stained. Here's another one that just looks stained. I don't know. I just think it was my lack of good flowers. And then this one. Look at that down there. What a gorgeous piece. Let me just show you. I'm gonna show you some screenshots of what I wanted to look like from the Wildflower Water Instagram account. Let me just show you what my inspiration was. And then now look at what I made. Yay. Go me. I mean, this looks actually dirty. You guys, none of it's good, okay? I can't even like pretend to be like, oh, this is actually can be really cute. Like this could be cute. No, it can't. No, it can't. No, it can't. I'm just gonna look like I have an old dirty rag. I have an old dirty rag tied. Why does that girl have an old dirty rag tied in her hair? Why did that girl decide to put her dish rag in her hair? I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, ma'am, this is all I have. And this is all I have. A dirty rag. I'm defeated. I'm gonna tell you that. So here's like my my hypothesis that maybe this is what went wrong. It was either I used an incorrect mordant, like that maybe I should use soda ash or something stronger than vinegar. Or maybe I needed more vinegar and not 1 to 4 parts. Maybe it needs to be like 2 to 2 or something, or maybe 1 to 3 or something like that. So that's my one thought. Maybe I need to let the mordant in the fabric dry and then re-wet it after it dries completely. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. Maybe I need to let them sit overnight, like the naturally dyed ones, not the flower ones. Maybe I need to let those sit overnight, because obviously I let the flower ones sit overnight. I think with the flower ones I need fresh flowers. And if I'm gonna use dry flowers, I need them to be like I dried them. Not like I got them off of Amazon. Dried them. You know what I mean? My mom suggested maybe I should have let them dry in the sun. And then that will let them sit. Maybe I should use salt. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong, because I felt like I followed the instructions correctly, but I failed. Yeah, so this video was just a mashup of one fail after another. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching me fail. If you did, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any advice on how to natural dye, flower roll, any of those things, please let me know. I would take any advice on what I did wrong, because I don't know what I'm doing at all. Obviously it shows. Still have every desire and want to do something with these and make them into something that I would be proud of. But as of right now, this is not it. This is not giving. This is giving me, this is giving dirty dish rag, and we're not here for it, okay? So help me, please. Thank you so much. If you liked what you watched, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Follow me on all my social medias if you want. They're all linked down below. So thank you for watching. Bye.